Hello and welcome to SME On Point. This week we are coming out from Wits, where ABSA jointly with the Young African Entrepreneurs Institute are jointly hosting the Youth Entrepreneurship Week. Here they've been discussing a lot of issues, among them how the youth can contribute to economic inclusion, financial inclusion as well as job creation. And with me I have three guests. I have Zimkita, who's an entrepreneur and also a student. I have Risuna Maluleke, who's no stranger to SME On Point, as well as Steven Zwane, who is from ABSA. And they're going to give us an indication on how we can, or how they can contribute to the conversation that is currently being held in the country, how to resuscitate the township economy. With everything that has been happening around spaza shops, can student entrepreneurs be the solution? Do they have the solution? Do they have ideas on how the township economy can be resuscitated? Let me speak to Zimkita, who is, you've got a business, right, that's based in the township. Tell us a little bit about that and how that came about and how you think it can contribute to building the township economy.
All right, my business name is Uka Bricks. We're an eco-friendly brick manufacturing company based in Kimberley, the Northern Cape. We currently employ around 3 to 5 people, temporary people in the township. So we give job opportunities to young people, especially people with disabilities and young women. That's how we contribute to the township economy, and I think how with programs like the YEA program that we're currently having, they're giving us opportunities, access to markets, access to mentorship, and access to funding. So I think that's how we're contributing to the township economy.
Yeah. As a young person and as a woman as well, a black woman, how easy is it to keep the momentum going in the business?
It's not that easy because we face so many hurdles, such as finances, access to funds, mentorship, things within government, corruption that, barricades us from being able to carry out our vision and our ideas for South Africa.
Yeah. Remind us what your company is called again so our viewers can look it up.
All right, Uka Bricks, W2U's KA.
All right, Uka Bricks. Risuna, take us through one of the salient points that came out of the conversations. I know that the MEC for Economic Development and Finance, MEC Maile, was also here. How do you think the township economy can be resuscitated, aided by student entrepreneurs?
Look, good afternoon to the viewers and good afternoon to you, Diabo. I think what is more important for us is looking at the innovative solutions of young people contributing towards, the economy in that regard. I must emphasize that actually yesterday we had one of the entrepreneurs that has been supported by both YEA and ABSA sharing his testimonial, and he's doing something great in the township economy that is in actual fact consolidating spaza shop owners, so that they can leverage on the economies of scales of bulk buying. His name is Litawa Mapopa, who runs Broad Cargo. So that kind of a business in actual fact is basically looking at how do we get people to come together collaboratively and be able to source products for these spaza shops, and also looking at the issues around the products that we are having at the moment in the market that are causing issues, but then it's coming in that particular fashion to say that how do we source from reputable suppliers and producers so that we can ensure that we actually have the upkeep of our township economies. So those are some of the things. Innovation for us is at the central point of what we are doing together with ABSA to ensure that the township economies are revitalized, and in actual fact there is more access for more people in terms of what they can benefit from all of these things. So that's what we've been looking at. The word for us has been innovation and ensuring that the township leverages and benefits from it as well.
Yeah. What tools do the people who are under your institute need to be able to enable that innovation that you speak of?
Yes, there are a number of things, and Zimkita has spoken to them, access to funding, access to markets, and part of this, and also there's an entrepreneurial skills gap. Together with ABSA, we're looking this year, at access to skills, from an entrepreneurial point of view, looking at entrepreneurial, financial, inclusion and so on. So what we are doing is that how do we bridge that particular gap? The financial institutions are coming on board. ABSA is here to support these young entrepreneurs, and we are here from an advisory perspective and also the skilling perspective, bridging all of those gaps. So those are the things that we have been doing to ensure that the gaps are actually closed. And that's why Zimkita is able to come from Northern Cape and be able to participate in this particular program here in Johannesburg.
Fantastic. We have the money makers here who will make all of this happen.
Yeah.
Stephen, thank you so much for your time. At the heart of everything, it needs money to be driven. What is ABSA doing to enable students and entrepreneurs like Zimkita to get the funding that she says she needs to be able to produce more bricks, to employ more people? What programs are there? And what is it that you think that is an inhibitor for the bank when those applications come in? What do they not have that makes you not extend credit the way you would have otherwise?
I think first and foremost, we are very excited to be here with young people who raised their hand and said, I want to be an entrepreneur. We know that is a very hard decision to make. When for the longest time we've been told that we must look for jobs, and now we're already seeing that there aren't enough jobs. A lot of young people are unemployed, and the ABSA Group commissioned a strategy for its social good framework and said, what are some of the things that are important to take forward? And one of the things they said is entrepreneurship education. And we believe that we've seen a number of entrepreneurs fail because they were not properly skilled on entrepreneurship in terms of what it is, what are the mechanics, what does it take to succeed. Our goal is to drive entrepreneurship education amongst the young people so that they can know that entrepreneurship is a choice. We have found that that is a big inhibitor. People say, I don't have the skills, so why would I choose entrepreneurship? Number two, I don't know role models. I don't see people who've chosen entrepreneurship. And with this platform, we are creating an opportunity for them to meet role models, for them to be upskilled, and also to know which door to knock and how to knock. I think for us as a financial institution, we are taking this as a data set to fully understand how do we innovate and how do we better support young entrepreneurs. I think we've always supported entrepreneurs the way we've always supported them, but it's time to shift. And we're getting this data set and learning from young people and say, some of them are saying, I don't want 100,000, I want 10,000. Make provision for me to access the 10,000, and don't take me through a long scoring process. All I need you to do is to trust me that I'm on the right track, that I've done this before, that I know what I'm doing, and your enablement empowers me. So this closes the gap for us as funders, closes the gap for the bank and young people. But more importantly, it's about solving the problem for the country. It is not sustainable to have such high rate of unemployment and still come back and say employability interventions. We want self-employment interventions, and this is exactly what you're doing here today.
To the three of you, I would want you to think of at least one thing. There's someone that's watching us at home who's thinking 2025 is my year. It's my year to eat. I'm going to make it. What is the one thing that they should start considering so that come January they're ready to go? Because we here on SME on Point, our goal is to create more and more entrepreneurs. Let me start this side again with Zim. One thing.
I think one thing for me is to have grit. Have grit. There are going to be so many challenges that you're going to come across. Have grit, have your vision in mind, keep going.
Right.
Yes, and I think for me is that young people must raise their hands. Young people must come forward. We are here to support them. We're looking for strategic partnerships to ensure that they strive. So they must raise their hand and come forward, and we're going to definitely support them.
Right.
Entrepreneurship is a career option for young people. They mustn't wait for somebody to create jobs for them. They must start thinking about how do I use what I have to start a venture that I know is going to make a difference. So take that first step. Know that entrepreneurship is a choice that you can make. No one is creating jobs. You can create the jobs yourselves.
Right. Okay, there you have it. Can't have said it better myself. And we are on Facebook. Our handle is at SME on Point. We are going to be posting this conversation with the three on our Facebook page. And as we always say, remember to support small businesses in your communities and make the rands and circulate. We don't take this lightly or say it lightly. We say it because we really want you to be mindful and be sure when you have that money to say, I am going to buy from a trader around the corner. This is how we circulate those rands and cents. From us here at Verts, until next week, goodbye.